Afternoon guys, it's Saturday the 5th of January 2019. I'm trying to remember which year it is now. Anyway, so we're back on Tether again. It was driving me nuts last night trying to work out why it was clicking and banging and making all sorts of noise, especially when it seemed to run quite smoothly. So I came up this morning and hitched it back up to the New Holland, and thought about it yesterday, and funnily enough, HSAG actually mentioned it in the comments, saying it might be the time that's out, because that box there is a new box. Well, seems to be a new box within the last few years. It's definitely a different colour to the rest of it. So I thought I'd hitch her back up again, bring her up here, put her on straight and level, and see what I could find. One thing I did learn from college, funnily enough, of all the things that they tried to teach me, which didn't go in, was start with the easy things first. So if you talk about start, you go for the batteries and the fuel and air, and before you get into anything big. Well, on this, I decided that I was going to go for the tines, because I had a similar problem a while back when I first got the hay bob, that it was clicking and banging and hitting everything. What it turned out to be was the wrong tines on it. There are different size tines for different machines and different styles of tines, and the hay bob had the wrong ones on. So if you remember yesterday, I said that on, well, at the ends and the middle they had different coloured tines on them. I'll show you what I mean. So there's some red ones which look the same as the rest of them. There you go, Johnny, going to learn something now. But if you look at them, they're swept backwards on this one, and the red ones are swept forwards. Doesn't seem to make much, well, it doesn't look like there's much of a difference, but the angles of them and where they pass each other, it can make all difference. And as the rotors work in pairs, you need to make sure your tines are right for the pair. So those two spin, that one spins that way, well, anti-clockwise, and that one spins clockwise. That one goes anti-clockwise, that one clockwise, anti-clockwise, clockwise. That gives it the pick up and then the throw out, throw it towards you, or towards me as I'm stood. So yeah, first thing I did was take the ones that were clicking, which were the centre ones, and change them for a matching pair of tines, which happened to be this end, as it was that one in the middle that had the wrong tines on, so change it with that one, which has actually seemed to have cured it. It now clicks on this end, so I put them back on. But it's just one way to make sure that I was right in my thoughts. So yeah, it seems like I might have a simple solution for it, which would be really nice. So a few more tines and I should be about there. It shouldn't be £2 or £3 each. They're not very expensive, but there are 30 of them to change. One thing I've learned is if you do start changing tines, because they obviously wear and catch on the ground, if you try putting new tines onto a rig like this, it's got a lot of old tines on it, you end up finding out that the new tines break off because they're just a little bit longer, so they catch the ground a little bit more compared to it being set up for the older tines, if that makes sense. So looks like I'll order myself 30 new tines, take all the old ones off and try and replace them all, and yeah, it should be fine. Seems to run really nice and smooth now, apart from it clicking because I've changed the tines around. Also a quick one on the bits of baler band you see there. So as Ben Goddard had asked about these, all they are is just through the tine itself and through a little loop that's been welded onto the frame itself. So they tend to break either up there or across one of the loops. So it's just there just to try and catch them, because if it does break, the rope will catch it, it'll go bang 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 and you stop and change it. Well, that's the plan anyway. Whereas your hay bob doesn't have those little loops to tie anything on. But hopefully there will be a video coming up as I've got some tine savers, what they call tine savers, which I'm hopefully going to put on the hay bob, and I'll most likely put onto this as well when I get time. So yeah, that's one other thing. Also, I need to do some work on these wheels as well, because the bearings have gone. Yeah, not very straight. Don't look too bad because actually the ground's not level here, the concrete's not level, but there are a few of them that are a bit out. So I'll buy 6 new bearings, get those bearings changed, straighten up hopefully that bar and that bar, and try and get some lights on just to make it a little bit more obvious on the road. Trying to think what else there was. PTO seems to be alright now after I put the circlip back in the right place. I'll have to keep an eye on that for the moment and make sure it doesn't slip out again. And the only other thing I've really got to do is find, there's a bit of slack in here which is a pivot point for the whole thing. You can do with tightening up, and on the other side there's a stand there to help you when you remove it. You just need to put a pin in there and have that sorted, that'll be good. So anyway, I'll leave it there now, my phone's about to run out. So just a quick update, hope you enjoyed that. Any questions just let me know and I'll catch you later. Alright, cheers, bye.